All right. Welcome back, Mt.Draftmore. We're doing another
bracket breakdown.
That's right. We are on our last leg of the journey here, talking about global landmarks. We're on the second, third semis, and the championship rounds. We've had some upsets. We've had some heavy hitters. We've had some strong showings. Where's it going to go from here? We do not know. But nevertheless, welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the journey so far. We're here to close it out. We appreciate all your patience and willingness to learn some stuff, we hope.
Exactly. If we can make it through a draft of world landmarks and monuments, then everything else moving forward is going to be butter. It's going to be cake, cheese, whatever you like to eat. That's what it'll be because, I mean, we'll be honest, this is a lot of like historical information, a lot of just like statistics and blah, blah, blah. And like, yeah, sometimes I can get boring, but try to break it up into some digestible pieces for you. We're going to try and do so. But hopefully today we can wrap this biz up. We've got second round to get through, a third round to get through, a semifinal, and a final. But I mean, we've cut half the field.
We went from 32 to 16.
Yep, and we're not even going to recap the losers. We've done it enough.
We're ready to rock.
We're ready to rock. And this time, let's go from the other side around. We'll horseshoe back the other way. So we'll start with the Great Wall of China versus the Terracotta Army, the number 2 seed versus the number 14 seed. Let's pull up the bracket for y'all. That's not the bracket. That is the bracket. Hey, hi-ho, Heidi-ho. All right, so the Great Wall of China is the 2 seed, again against the 14 seed, and this is kind of turning into a Cinderella story. And right now, this is a battle for the heart of China.
This is like the Olympics. China having a good showing.
China is having a good showing. They got a really good gold showing in these last Olympics. That's for dang sure. Okay, so. Why don't you take us? Like, which one you want to take?
I'll stick with the Great Wall since I was pushing for that the last time around. So continuing along with some Great Wall discussion here, let's talk about the size, the pure size of this thing. We've already talked about the factors that went into its construction. Also a little bit about the timing of it, but let's just talk about sheer size. So east to west, 5,500 miles. All right. That is insane. 5,500 miles.
That's so insane. That's so far.
What's the? Can you look up real quick? What's the distance between, like, say, New York and L.A.?
Checking. Distance between New York and L.A. is 2,777 miles.
So double that, and that's the length of the Great Wall of China. That's crazy,
dude.
That's wild.
That's freaking crazy. The distance between New York and London, 3,400 miles.
So you could build a wall across the Atlantic Ocean, New York to London, and then still have some.
Wow, dude.
So it usually stood about 21.3 feet wide at its base and about 19 feet at the top, with an average height of 23 to 26 feet or a bit lower on steep hills. This is massive. All right. Like, a width of 20 feet. You're talking about most of like nuclear bunkers don't have concrete that's that thick. Like a 20-foot wide wall, like, geez Louise. That's crazy. The average human's like what, like 5'9"? Like
that's insane.
So huge.
All right, well, it's okay. So this is all based on the size. Well, let's talk about the size of the Forbidden City. Okay.
Where are you going?
Or not the Forbidden City. What am I talking
Army.
about? Yeah, Terracotta Army. My bad. Because there's so many China locations, you know?
The first two, yeah.
What seed is this?
It's the
number 14.
14.
I'm not even far enough down on my seeding list. Diggity dang. Okay, so you were talking about the size of people. Let's talk about the size of people.
Mm-hmm.
The terracotta figures vary in height according to their roles, the tallest being the generals. And the figures include warriors, chariots, like full-blown chariots, y'all, with horses. They did terracotta horses. Insanity. Estimates guess the pits, like because there's multiple pits, contained terracotta army held more than 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots, 520 horses, and 150 cavalry horses, the majority of which remain buried in the pits near Emperor Qin and his mausoleum.
Man, so they haven't even uncovered everything.
No, dude, again, like the mausoleum is like hella booby trapped. Like it's booby trapped. And they have the technology to overcome that stuff now, but they don't have the tech to preserve everything. So they're like, we're just gonna leave it in there because right now it's basically like it's like the perfect conditions when it's like something that needs, if you want something to fossilize, it needs the perfect conditions. It's in the perfect conditions to like stay preserved. So they don't want to mess with it until it comes out. So there's a lot of stuff that they still haven't uncovered.
Dang, that's gonna be like a news story in our lifetime. Like,
we'll see.
The Emperor's Mausoleum has finally been opened.
And there was nothing in it. There was a tunnel through the floor.
It was a decoy all the time.
Oh my God. That would be hilarious and epically, like, just devastating for the Chinese people.
Oh, without doubt.
Great Wall of China, the number 2 versus the Terracotta Army. The Great Wall of China made it into the second round on an overtime win.
Is it going to need to do it again?
I mean,
I'm taking the Great Wall in this second round.
If we're,
I'm riding with it. I'm riding with it.
The Terracotta Army is very impressive. I wrote it in an upset over Everest, and so did you. You were on that. There was no overtime. The Great Wall is like everything I could say about the Terracotta Army. Like, oh, it's so amazing that they created all of those terracotta figures. Yeah, it's China. China made the Great Wall.
Yeah.
Like, if they can make the Great Wall 5,000 kilometers. Wait a minute. Hold up.
It was 5,500 miles.
Okay, I was about to say. Okay, 5,500 miles.
That just like put the whole New York to LA thing puts it in so much perspective of like how massive that is.
New York to London.
Yeah.
New York to London, 34. It's still 2,200 miles.
How
less.
far is it from LA to London?
Ooh, great question. Distance between... $5,400.
Straight up, you could build a wall between Los Angeles and London and still have, 100 miles left over? You could probably get to, like, France from there.
Great Wall of China came in off of a close overtime win. This is why you save some of the facts for the later rounds.
It's got some heat right now. It's on a hot streak.
Yeah, it's like it won that overtime, and now it is hot. Now it's getting real hot. Impressive.
Right?
I wish we had the Darth Vader soundbite. Impressive.
Impressive.
Most impressive. Great Wall of China taking out Terracotta Army. It took a Chinese build. Oh, come on now. Hello, I'm popular. Not today.
Not today.
Sorry, y'all. Anyways, it took a Terracotta Army. It took a Chinese creation to beat another Chinese like power. That Terracotta Army 14 seed had some staying power. I'm kind of sad to see it go, I'm not going to lie.
It's pretty cool. It is pretty darn cool, but I mean, it's the Great Wall.
All right,
it was a 2 seed for a reason.
You're right. So the Forbidden City is up against Stonehenge in the next portion of the second round.
All right, which one do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, you weren't enthused on Stonehenge.
Sure,
so
I'll go Forbidden City.
Yep, go for it.
All right, if I could get that pulled up here. All right, so sticking with the size theme, since you guys have a little bit of background now. So the complex consists of 980 buildings. That's all. That's 8,886 rooms, covering 720,000 square meters. So that's about 178 acres. All right. Some sources describe it as the largest palace in the world still in existence, but other Chinese imperial residents far exceed it in size, which is crazy. Chinese are like building everything big. Big. So, huge.
Dude. China is just going to cannibalize itself in this thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane.
It's just like, I can't even imagine that many, like, buildings. Like, hundreds and buildings.
Okay, so what does Stonehenge have against that? It's got a lot of stones. It's got a lot of stones, and it's hella old. Y'all, okay, I need to go back and tell you that they started building it 5,000 years ago. Oh, I'm getting blown up. Are you watching the 400 hurdles right now? No, I'm not. I already feel like I know who's going to win. Anyways, sorry.
What?
Yeah. So the first henge built 5,000 years ago. There's a bunch of different stones, right? They all vary in size, anywhere from 10 meters, those being lifted upright, 9 meters being the tallest. Okay, so there's like 10 meters upright, but laid horizontally on top of others that are 9 meters. And then there are others that are 7 meters. Dude. Well, I don't even know how to describe this thing. It's a circle of giant stones ranging from 2.4 to 10 meters in size and ranging from in weights of 35 to 40 tons. That's stupid. And they were moving these things with like logs.
And they're probably like tons. Like those stones weighed tons.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
35 to 40 tons.
That's stupid heavy.
Yeah, that's 80,000 pounds. That's insane for a giant stone. Get out of here. Not to mention, they think that it's connected to aliens. Oh, yo, Stargate. Don't even get me started on this. I fell down a rabbit hole when I was researching this. So when NASA sends, hey, everyone who's watching or listening, I got this off the internet, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't know how you can fact check conspiracy theories, but this conspiracy theory says that there was basically a NASA astronaut who came back from like Apollo 17 or 18 or some shit like that, and they're allowed to design their mission patches. And so he was designing his mission patch, and he had a couple of them that were basically acts from NASA.
Yeah.
Because they showed a Stonehenge on the moon. And it was like, well, how could there be a Stonehenge on the moon? He's like, bro, it was there.
I saw it.
Like, we saw it. It was there. Like, not a question. So, I mean, why is there a Stonehenge on the moon? Were there people on the moon? Probably not. But could it be like some kind of Stargate? Who knows? It's a conspiracy. Is there any kind of spooky sound? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yes!
All right.
It's kind of spooky. Also, just put in perspective here. So you mentioned those stones, 35 to 40 tons, right?
Heavy.
The most, I'd say, like popular car, it's like what? Probably a Honda Civic, right?
Yeah.
Give or take. Honda Civic weighs about 2.25 tons. So
eat your heart out. Like, it's like 18, 19 Hondas. All packed into one little
and these
condensed.
like Scottish like tribesmen wearing nothing.
These
moving
druids.
These. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Is Stonehenge not impressive? I mean, it's 5,000 to 2,500 years ago. Well, actually 2,500 BC. So that's 4,000. Dude, whoa, hold on. Whoa, wait.
Whoa.
What?
5,000 years ago, and then 2,500 years ago was the stone circle. That's crazy. 5,000 years. Is there anything on the list that's that old?
Maybe some of the ancient sites. Maybe.
I feel like that's the most ancient, bro.
It might be.
Well,
let's make a decision. I'm gonna go with Forbidden City. Size, scale, scope. Going with it.
I'm going to pick Stonehenge for that same reason.
All right.
Size, scale, scope. Like, the weight, 5,000 years ago, what were they using to lift those up?
Yeah, because they're stacked on top of each other.
Dude, 35,000 tons up.
All right, send it into OT. Send it.
Oh, my goodness.
Full send.
Oh, my goodness. I'm shocked. I'm shocked by this. The random number generator. Can we start it at 1? Nope. All right. Well, first roll. Who's our first roll? Who's the high seed?
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge is the high. 21.
That's a good roll.
21 to 9. Stonehenge moves on.
Stonehenge is moving on. Another OT victory for Stonehenge. It's won 3 OTs.
No, it's only 1-2 because we've only had 2 rounds.
2 OTs. It's hot. It's hot.
Dang. There was a point where I thought Stonehenge was going to lose, but then talking about the stones, it's just like that's so impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It's so impressive. It's so much weight. Okay, so we're going down Acropolis versus Machu Picchu. You had Machu Picchu in the first round.
Yeah, so let's...
You want to stick with it?
We'll see what we got here. Machu Picchu. Okay, there we go. So, sticking with Machu Picchu, we understand that it is this magnificent, basically city in the clouds, carved out of the mountain. All right, you're talking about it being perched above the Urubamba River Valley in the narrow saddle between the 2 sharp peaks, Machu Picchu, Old Peak, and Huayna Picchu, New Peak, at an elevation of 7,710 feet. That's 2,350 meters. They built all that at that elevation. That's crazy. And the fact that they were able to do so and build such a complicated network of irrigation and farming and agriculture and just overall civilization at that high up and be able to like sustainably live untouched in the clouds for hundreds of years, it's impressive.
Okay. Not bad. Mountain people.
Yeah. Cool mountain people.
You remember Acropolis, just a reminder, Acropolis, that famous piece with the Parthenon and the Propylae and the Erechtheion and Temple of Athena and Nike and all that wonderful Greek stuff. All right, well, it's situated on a hill on average height of 156 meters that rises in the basin of Athens. And its overall dimension is 170 by 350 meters, so it's pretty big across. And everything inside of it is constructed of this really, really beautiful white marble, which was quarried from Mount Pentesilus, Pentelissus, I don't know.
Something
Something like that. And it's located 10 miles northeast of Athens. They had to move all of that marble down the mountain, down the quarry, which is chill because it's downhill. But then they'd get down to the basin, and they would have to bring it back up 156 meters just so they can construct this famous complex. In the 5th century BC, mind you. That's crazy. That's why Acropolis, I think, needs to move on.
I agree.
I'm joking. That was just like a pitch. It was a pitch.
I agree.
I don't know, dude. Machu Picchu.
It's cool.
Why are you a hater? You're such a fan of the Greek and the Romans.
I do love it.
Those colors have been flying the last couple days. I'm like, dude, didn't even realize it.
I gotta go with the Acropolis.
The number 5 seed. We can't let the 5 seed get out by Acropolis. By the 10 seed? A 10 seed upset?
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Dude, Machu Picchu. It's got
a 14 beat a 3.
It's got great special stats. Okay, well,
roll it.
It looks like it's going into overtime. Overtime it is. We got to roll it again. Random number generator. Going back to it. That's not it. That's it. There we go. Give it a good old 3 roll. All right, you ready?
Yep, Machu Picchu's up first.
Machu Picchu rolls a 24.
Damn.
Yeah, you're bummed out.
Yep.
Oh my God, Acropolis with a 27.
There you go.
Wow.
Get him to the Greek.
Damn you, Acropolis. You son of a biscuit. That was a bummer.
With the upset.
Wow. Wow. Dude.
Mamma mia.
Mamma Mia is right. I cannot believe that outcome. A 24 loss. That was a very high overtime.
It was.
A big upset.
Punches were pulled.
A big upset for Acropolis. Dude.
It came through.
I can't believe it.
It rose to the occasion.
A big 27. A big 27 on a 24.
It rose to the occasion.
That's crazy. All right, well, down to the last matchup on the West, we have the Grand Canyon versus the Pyramids. Oh my goodness.
I mean, do we really even need to go into the statistics with this?
I mean, for the sake of it, yeah, I'll take the Grand Canyon. It ranges in width from about 175 yards. Damn, this is so hard. To 18 miles and extends in a winding course from the mouth of the Parara River near Lee's Ferry and the northern boundary of Arizona with Utah to Grand Wash Cliffs near Nevada state line. So it's like about 277 miles. I realized as I'm reading it, I'm like, damn, this is a canyon. I was trying to make a case against the Grand Canyon last time. You're probably right.
Yep. I mean, just talk about the pyramids. The Pyramid of Giza, the side of the pyramid's base, average 755 feet.
Okay. Oh, God damn
Yep.
it.
The sides. Just think about that.
755 feet?
Yeah. Just at the base. All right. The original height was about 481 feet, making it the largest pyramid in the world. It rises at an angle of 51 degrees. All right. And is accurately oriented to the 4 cardinal directions.
Damn it.
And that's just Giza.
Dang it.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
yeah, no, it's not an overtime.
It's a blowout.
It's like in the first quarter, it looked like it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got done with the first and you realized, damn.
You can't hang.
And that's crazy because that's the 4 seed getting stomped out by the 1. This 1 is formidable.
It is. It's gonna go. It's gonna make some noise.
It's got the 10 seed next.
Yep.
It's got Acropolis. Can Acropolis dethrone it? Okay, so we're going over to the east now. Over in the east, why does it do that every time? Going over to the east, we have the Wailing Wall against the Eiffel Tower.
See, the Wailing Wall is old, extremely old. You're talking about 19 BCE, it being constructed, or like part of the Second Temple. And it is incredibly religiously significant. But the Eiffel Tower is something.
That was a pitch and a half. But the Eiffel Tower,
It's something.
the Eiffel Tower is something. The Wailing Wall is gonna see its journey end here.
Yep.
The Eiffel Tower is gonna move on.
It's too strong.
It's too much. It's too much for everyone else. Yeah, we don't even have to go into the stats about that now.
No.
Next one is a really tough matchup.
An engineering marvel versus a very unique cathedral.
Yeah, this one's really a stumper.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you. Just because, like, the economic impact of the Panama Canal, its significance to the world, to world trade, cannot be understated.
No.
But in terms of, like, an iconic landmark, an iconic monument, something you see that just, like, really stands out and
Really
kicks you in the
wows
butt.
it, yeah.
Like, a canal is, like, a type of technology. And this
Yeah.
is, like, the biggest canal. Yeah.
You know,
Did the biggest building, did No, the Burj Khalifa did
didn't
not
make
make it.
No.
So if a biggest feat of inch, like I don't know if that's been a trend in this, like where the biggest thing necessarily wins.
Yeah.
I mean, Everest lost to the Terracotta Army in the first round.
It's like almost what's got that wow factor, you know?
I mean, big is like one thing, but Grand Canyon, big.
Yeah. Yellowstone's big.
Yellowstone's very big. Yellowstone, not hanging.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards the Cinderella here. St. Basil's can keep on keeping on.
I am as well. You know, St. Basil's matched up against the 6 and the Neuschwanstein, and then against the number 7 in Panama Canal. So actually, it's had a pretty consistent run to that third round.
It's definitely a team that's not going to wow you, but they hit their shots.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So next up we have the Taj Mahal versus Notre Dame. Nope, that's a lie. That was the first round. Taj Mahal beat out Notre Dame.
Taj Mahal versus Hagia Sophia. Now this is going to be a close one.
Yeah, this is real tough. This is a real tough one.
Because Taj Mahal, definitely a new wonder of the world for sure. The Hagia Sophia, I mean, the sophistication that went into building that. And the fact that it is kind of like, they're both kind of like architectural works of art, really.
Man, the Taj Mahal is just stunning.
Yeah, and it's the same kind of thing with the Forbidden City, just like the amount of land that it's on, and it's crazy.
It's like freaking, wowee. It's so picturesque.
Yeah.
Created at a time when pictures weren't really even a thing. Ooh, these are my favorite ones. The ones with Donald Trump. Look at me. I'm at the Taj Mahal.
They're just like a similar thing to Hagia Sophia, just like the Taj Mahal. You know that every part of that's symmetrical.
The Hagia Sophia is a completely different. Like, wow, these are hard to judge against each other because we're back on the Hagia Sophia and it's really cool. It has that Naboo kind of feel.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely where they took that architectural design. That's where it was inspired from. It had to have been. And then the inside of it, see that I feel like the inside of the Hagia Sophia is so impressive.
The inside matches the outside.
It matches it in like its impressiveness.
Exactly.
Versus the Taj Mahal, I don't know what the inside of it even looks like. I don't know. It's like when you look at it.
I mean, it's kind of like it's real empty. I guess if you're a mausoleum, I guess that's supposed to. That's the point,
it's a mausoleum. That's right. It's for a body. Holy shit, that's opulent for a body. Oh, holy smokes! I'm going Hagia Sophia.
I'm gonna stick with that too. I think it's a heater, for sure.
I mean, I'll give Taj Mahal. It looks beautiful, but it is the Hagia Sophia on the inside is just something special.
Yeah,
it's amazing, and it's gonna stand the test of time because of the way it was designed.
Absolutely,
like it's actually something to be proud of as a human.
Yeah.
Wow. Last matchup of the second round. Then we'll have our third round.
Moving and grooving.
Yeah,
all right.
We're kicking butt.
Statue of Liberty versus Senso-G.
The 1 versus the 4. And the Statue of Liberty, this is like the Eiffel Tower, the symbol of the country in which it stands. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And it is a symbol of liberty, a symbol of justice.
Yeah.
Symbol of freedom.
The Sensoji Temple is interesting in the sense that it is the most visited.
Yeah.
You know, by a lot.
Oh, 30 million people each year?
Like, that's insane. Like, I don't know if there's a visiting numbers that matches that.
I mean, no, it's the most widely visited place in the world.
Oh, that's cumulative over everything.
Yeah.
Oh, my dear goodness, bro.
I want to see some more photos of it, though.
All right, well, I'll also pull up photos for folks who are around.
I mean, it's pretty darn scenic. It's got these cool big statues, too.
I mean, that iconic red building
Yeah.
with the gold.
I was also reading that
Huge roof. Wow,
the
that's
roof is
cool.
actually titanium.
Really?
Yeah, which makes it a lot lighter.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool looking building, and it's very picturesque.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of Fire Nation, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I could see that for sure. Flamio, my good Hotman.
I don't know. I think I might be leaning towards the Senso G.
Oh my goodness, an
yeah.
upset. Yeah,
An
I think
upset,
this is
yeah.
this is so cool. Like, the Statue of Liberty is dope. Let's pull that up. Got to be fair.
Yeah,
Statue of Liberty.
just with the cherry blossoms and everything. My gosh,
I mean, in the Statue of Liberty, the story behind it is sweet. Like,
its symbolism's really dope.
it's got all that. But you know what? One seeds, they get upset all
Yeah.
the time.
One and a 4. That ain't crazy.
No, I mean, that's a close matchup. And the Sensoji Temple, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how beautiful it is. I'm color me impressed. And actually, we're going to have the Sensoji Temple against the Hagia Sophia in the third round. Let's just, let's switch it up and go from the bottom right. We'll start with the Pyramids versus Acropolis.
All right,
Round 3.
let's
Here we
get
go,
it.
getting into round 3. Ooh, what's the time on this round 3? 32:22.
We're cruising.
32:22. Well, okay. Greece versus Acropolis. This is some. We're getting into the
Now
big
the match,
time.
they're getting harder now.
Now they're getting hard.
Yep.
Now they're getting hard.
So we got to move over to some clutch facts, huh?
The clutch facts, the special stats. That's what this is all about. This is where we get into like the nitty gritty. What do each really have going for them?
So pyramids, the only remaining world wonder of the ancient world.
Only one left. The other
Only
6
one.
are all gone.
Other 6 would have been badass.
Would have been, but
Right.
could not
But they
stand the
ain't.
test of time.
And because it is one of the surviving wonders of the ancient world, it's one of the new 7 wonders of the world because they're like, you can't kick out the OG, can't kick them out.
The only carryover, the only one.
And UNESCO World Heritage Site, of course. There's a couple other stats, but I feel like I gotta save those. A couple other stats, but we'll save them. There's some super crazy clutch ones that we'll get into.
Yeah, because you know that you're going to need them because it's probably taking a trip.
Yep.
Taking a trip to the finals. Acropolis, that 10th seed. 10th seed trying to make a run. What special stats does it have going for it? I mean, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Check.
Check. That's where it comes up a little short, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a world wonder.
Nope.
It's not a new world wonder. It's old. It's not as old as the pyramids, though. 5th century BC. I think Acropolis. I think that number 10 met its match.
I think that its magic run ended.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. That's crazy sad.
Yep.
Crazy sad, but Egypt had to go on.
It has to. It's the only 1 seed still in the tourney.
Oh, it is the
Yep.
only 1 seed left. Wow. Okay.
All right. So our next
Next,
matchup.
we're just going to go straight across because
All right.
the winner of this one straight across is who's going to play.
It's true.
Because this bracket I completely forgot the bracket was set up like that. So this actually pairs up kind of interestingly. We're going to get a little taste. Let's start with, there's only one. What am I thinking? Dude. I thought there were. I don't even know. St. Basil's against Eiffel Tower. Oh my goodness.
Oof.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even. Oh wow. Bro.
This is where it's gonna be very picture heavy.
Oh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Go back through the stats of both of these.
All right,
And
so
I'll pull up the images and we'll have to.
Eiffel Tower, obviously built 1889. It is 1,063 feet tall. It's the largest structure in Paris. Has the highest public observation deck in the European Union. It is the French symbol. All right, 7 million visitors annually. On the other side, St. Basil's Cathedral. It is the Russian symbol. All right, built in 1561, gets about 3 to 4 million people each year. Has 9 domes that are all shaped like bonfires and spectacularly colored. There is no other building like it in Russia or in the Byzantine tradition. There's nothing like it before or after.
Oh, wow.
Also, with Eiffel Tower, Gustave Eiffel built that. Same guy that also built the Statue of Liberty.
This is crazy hard. Yeah, he had 2 entries himself. He had more entries than most countries.
I want to know what the St. Basil's looks like on the inside.
Ooh, that's a good St. Basil's. It's freaking crazy.
Whoa.
Holy smokes. It looks like the most wild, like I know it's not wallpaper, but it looks like some tacky ass wallpaper.
I mean, it kind of looks like real psychedelic. You know?
Yeah, like the parts where they have the really high ceilings.
Yeah.
Where they have almost like their version of Sistine type stuff.
I mean, this is like what
I could totally see that.
Yeah, right. This would be like a church in the Woodstock.
Yeah, I could see that. Some of their hallways, it just looks like what and what for? This is.
It's like
crazy.
every inch of everything is covered. There's no like negative space.
It's like, what would a church look like if it was that gum wall?
Oh yeah,
downtown.
Yeah, there you go.
This
or
would be
or like this is like an adult coloring book.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh no, this is a tough one.
How tall is the Eiffel Tower?
1,063 feet.
Oof. I think we got to send it to overtime.
I agree. I
think
don't
we
think
gotta
it's
send it
cut.
to
I'm not even
overtime.
gonna pick one. I just wanted.
That is, yeah, I can't do it either. All right, we'll do the 3 buttons. All right, ready?
Yep.
Which one's first? Eiffel Tower with 21.
That's a good showing, but
Yeah.
it might not be enough.
I know. It's not. St. Basil's 23.
Woo!
Wow.
The upset.
Random
The
number
upset.
generator. You're changing my life.
It's almost more entertaining than rolling the dice.
It almost is. It's so instant. The number 7 moving on to face the number 1.
Oh, good luck.
Pyramids versus St. Basil's. Dude, I don't know. That's actually a pretty good matchup.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up, damn.
Let's do Sensoji and Hagia Sophia.
Oh my goodness, what a matchup. We've already pulled up pictures of these. We've already talked extensively. Hagia Sophia has inspired so many copycats. Oh, dude, this is a hard one.
I think we might have another OT here.
Oh no.
Gonna leave it up to chance.
Oh no. Okay, so hold on. Let's at least talk this out. Let's see if we really have to go to OT.
All right.
What does each really have going for it? Like, Sensoji is the most visited. Like, both of these,
Yeah.
we can. Okay, so rare instance. Both of these are coming out of the religious category specifically, right?
Yep.
Which one's more religiously significant? Because I think the architecture of the Hagia Sophia is impressive.
Yes.
It's matched by the level of the level of importance. Religious, like
I think religiously, the temple's more important. Because, like, the Hagia Sophia is, like, flip-flopped several different times.
yeah,
And for, what, almost, like, 75 years, it was a museum.
man. I think Sensoji moves on to the finals.
I think so, too.
Clear cut. Like, I think Hagia Sophia is really cool. Learned a lot about Sensoji Temple in this process.
Makes me want to go see it.
Definitely. Let's go. Not this month.
Shout out to Keisha, lives in Japan. Can you hook us up?
Yeah, hook us up with a trip.
Local tour guide.
Oh, yeah, that'd be dope. Okay, so next we have Great Wall of China versus the UK.
Stonehenge. All right, let's go back to some clutch facts. We'll go with the Great Wall. All right. Where are you? There it is. All right, clutch facts. It's one of the 7 new wonders of the world, UNESCO World Heritage Site. And on top of that, I feel like I got to drop these ones because this is a tough matchup. 100 million tons of stone, brick, and mud moved by hand, rope, and cart were used to build. 100 million tons.
Dude, 100 million tons?
100 million tons.
Dude, that's freaking crazy.
Remember that crazy fact.
100,
LA to London
100,
was 100 extra miles.
100 million tons. Yeah, but the Great Wall isn't just like one long wall. It has like branches.
Got segments. But they also use the natural like features of the earth to like save them, like work smarter, not harder. And that this is still them working smarter.
You know, I don't think there's anything that Stonehenge could bring out. I think it's left everything in the last rounds.
It was just happy to be here.
Yeah, like it tried. It made it pretty far. I mean, it for being middle of the pack, 8th seed, it just wasn't built enough.
No.
I mean, I don't think it's a UNESCO site, okay, but it only has one stat going for it. It's not an ancient wonder. It's not a New World wonder. It's 1.6 million visitors. It's substantial, but I mean, it's nothing to put you in the top 4. So I think, like, again, top 8, that's pretty impressive. I mean, it honestly had kind of its own Cinderella run because it won back-to-back overtimes. So I think its time's run out. Great Wall of China is going to move on into the semifinals against the Sensoji Temple. That'll be the second matchup. We'll do St. Basil's Cathedral versus the Pyramids. Go ahead and hit that round 4 button.
Got it.
Round 4.
So, round 4, nitty-gritty, ladies and gentlemen. This is the semifinals.
We're in the weeds.
We are in it. We're deep. We're committed. Y'all have been with us on this journey. And holy smokes, thanks for coming. St. Basil's Cathedral versus the Pyramids.
I mean, pyramids, you're talking about being made from 2.3 million blocks, and each block weighs almost 6 tons. 5.75 million. Oh, overall, my bad. This is a misreading here, my bad. 2.3 million blocks overall for the Pyramid Giza, and overall, it weighs near 6 million tons combined. I want to know if they have any statistics on the average weight of each block. I'll look that up.
Man, the pyramids are so impressive. St. Basil's Cathedral is visually amazing.
So each block in the Great Pyramid's about 2.3 tons.
Wow.
And there's 2.3 million blocks. That's the thing. It's like, another human engineering feat versus like something that's visually striking.
And I guess the feat of engineering for me is more impressive because of the way we judged Sensoji Temple versus Hagia Sophia.
Yeah.
Like the geometry and construction of that is definitely it's arguably as impressive as the pyramids.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that the pyramids, like, they're perfectly aligned in the cardinal directions.
Yeah.
And, like, all that was done, the way they would build it they'd be like a gigantic, like sand ramps. And they'd be having guys, like, literally pull these ton blocks up these ramps day after day after day after day. And just, I don't know, I still got to go with the pyramids. I got to make it to the final.
Pyramids have not had an obstacle in the way, and it's one of those stories of like, it's like Gonzaga.
Yeah.
You had an easy run. You didn't have any adversity. Now you hit the Final Four. Can you rise above the adversity?
Yep.
Is this the time to send them into overtime? Is this? I mean, because if we look at the Final Four, look at who we got left. St. Basil's, the Great Wall, and Sensoji Temple. I honestly feel like it could almost be overtime between all of these. They're all bringing something super special. St. Basil's.
I don't know. I'm still sticking with the pyramids on this one.
He's sticking with the pyramids. And you know what? I'm going to stick with the pyramids, too. The pyramids are a powerhouse.
There was no denying them.
No denying them. They are going to be the winners of... Oh, hold on. Let me come out of here. Oh, no. Boop. Can I go back there? Yeah, okay. So coming out of this bracket, we have Egypt. Now in the top.
It's in the final.
Sensoji Temple versus the Great Wall of China.
Ooh,
The
boy.
Great Wall of China has some stats to it. Some of those like clutch facts.
Yeah.
It's one of the new 7 world wonders. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's comprised of 100 million tons of stone, brick, and mud, all moved by hand, rope, and cart. That's pretty crazy. And it's also like very... It took so long to build and it cost so many lives that there's actually a large segment of Chinese poetry centered around its creation.
Yeah.
We'll give you that if you'll hear that if it makes the final. We'll say that.
And then Sensoji, I mean, talk about just how popular it is. Like how many people go to it.
Dude, I think I'm going with Sensoji on here, and here's my reasoning. The Great Wall of China, impressive.
Yeah.
But so the stat where it was built by a bunch of different dynasties, Qin dynasty all the way to the Ming. Most of those dynasties didn't really add to it. They just like kind of maintained it or repaired parts of it. But then other dynasties didn't do as much, like they repaired a little, and then they were like, hey, you know what? It's better to be diplomatic. So there's a lot of the Great Wall that's like gone into disrepair.
Yeah.
That's just like not even there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, to me, I think the Great Wall of China, it's impressive. It's a symbol of the ancient world. It's cool. But they don't really care about it enough to maintain it because its relevance has passed.
Yeah.
It had a strategic...
It was a practical thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the canal.
Yeah.
Like it's super impressive. Walls. Building walls.
I mean, they built it because like Genghis Khan.
Yeah, and Genghis Khan was still like, yeah, screw your wall. So, I mean, the Great Wall of China, it's a number 2. It's a big seed. But I think Sensoji Temple, it hits so many marks. It's beautiful. Architecturally, it's grand. It's also very important, like religiously.
Yeah.
And the amount of visitors. It has more visitors than even Egypt.
Yeah.
It doubles the amount of visitors. That's crazy. I feel like that is a matchup to go into the finals against Egypt?
I know. I'm gonna go for the OT on this one. The Great Wall,
he's
just the
pushing
Great
it.
Wall. I gotta go with the franchise.
Oh no. Okay, the 3 rolls. Okay, the first one is going to be Great Wall.
Yep.
It rolls an 18.
Oh, that could be hit or miss.
Come on, Sensoji. Sensoji with an 11. Great Wall's going to walk out with it.
That's a 1v2. 1v2.
Damn it.
So that means it's time to
Better wrap it up.
We got to wrap it up. It's the championship. It's the finals. Who is going to win? How in the heck should I have done this? Maybe I should have gone like that. Sorry, everybody. I'm a little like, oh. Okay, so Great Wall of China, pyramids. Is there anything extra that we want to say on these? I mean,
I think we've said everything that could be said.
We've said everything that could be said. Who do we think is the winner of this? Who do you think is the winner, bro?
You know, I'm going to stick with the one that I think dominated from the very beginning, and that's going to be the pyramids. I mean, just thinking about the effort in which it took to build those, how long they've stood the test of time, and that people, no matter how much time has gone by, are still amazed by them when you go there. Like, it functions as not only an engineering marvel and a colossal feat of ancient peoples to construct, but also it serves a religious purpose in its own. They're tombs. They were meant to be houses and ways of connecting pharaohs in the afterlife. So, yeah, gotta go with pyramids. It's too impressive. It made both lists, ancient and new.
It almost feels like a cop-out to get all this way and then to pick the pyramids. 4 episodes, about 4 hours. And it also just like definitely hours and hours of like researching all of this and getting it all ready. Going through it, it feels like a simulation that just told us what we kind of already knew. The Great Wall of China is impressive. Every brick, every stone, and every inch of mud are filled with Chinese people's bones and sweat and blood.
And just how massive it is.
Like the amount of people who died making the Great Wall of China. If it was a contest of who, like, how many people died, how many more people died? More people died doing the Great Wall of China than Egypt. But the pyramids, they win it out.
I mean, they had the advantage from the get-go.
They did. I thought Sensoji Temple could have beat them in the championship.
Yeah,
I really do, because I think they had a lot more checks. You sending it into overtime, man. That kind of that threw a wrench in it. That is it. The champion,
That'll do it.
The champion of the bracket is Egypt. The pyramids. They went all the way. Man, that Final Four was something special. Great Wall of China making it to the finals as a strong number 2. I was pulling for the Sensoji Temple. It's super cool, super baller. I hope y'all feel like you learned something, took something away from this. Let us know on or on the Instagram, because like you're gonna see some stuff here related to that. Or I also hit us on our email. Like,
suggest some stuff. Yeah,
Mt.Draftmore, DRAFTMORE @gmail.com. Hit us up. We'll put it in the description down below too. Email us, and we'll actually read your emails.
Yeah.
On the other show, it's really hard to read like comments and emails and all that stuff. This show will give us a little more opportunity to communicate and tell us what you thought about this bracket. If there were things that you thought, or if there were places, monuments that you thought should have moved on that didn't make it, or if you sided with one person with Matt, or you sided with me, or whatever. Like, this is all supposed to be good fun, and give us some more topics. Like, we're gonna roll on our own and figure out some stuff, but once you start sending in some topics, we'll do them. And they don't all need to be big enough to do 64. Like, doing a or 64 to 32, and so on. Like, it'd be nice to do a 16.
Yeah.
Our next one will probably be 16.
Yeah,
And
most of them probably be a little shorter. This one was just you couldn't. There's too much that you couldn't cut out immediately.
you got to start big.
Yeah.
Got to start somewhere. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for joining us.
Until we meet again, this has been a
Bracket breakdown.
see ya.
Peace.